Can you be good at everything? We've all heard of the Renaissance man, someone with expansive knowledge and talent in a ton of different fields. Now, in real life, that's pretty hard to achieve, but in D&D, it's almost effortless. Not only is it possible to be proficient in all 18 skills, it can all be gained as early as level 6. Welcome to the Wintry Wyvern, let's get into it. Skills are the talents your character builds up over the course of their life, pulling from their race, class, and background experience. In D&D, an ordinary adventurer gets around 4 to 6 skills right at the start and never gains any more. But a select few character options like feats and subclasses allow us to gain some more skills, and if you bundle them all together, a small list of combinations lets us grab all 18, but there's only one build that can get them all at level 6. Before we get into it, this video was sponsored by Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt. The ad's at the end of the video, but I put in some editing and voiceover work that I'm really proud of, so please stick around to watch it. These are good people with a good product, and the Kickstarter is already this much funded by the time you watch this video, so don't miss out. Anyway, this 6th level build uses no homebrew, no unearthed arcana, no magic items or boons, but your DM has to be okay with these 4 character creation options. The first is the use of feats, which you can gain at ASI levels and sometimes when picking your race. Speaking of race, you'll also need variant human or custom lineage allowed, which ties into getting early feats. The third requirement is multi-classing, or being able to take levels in different classes. Most DMs are cool with this, but it's up to you to make sure that these multi-classes make sense from a narrative standpoint. Anything less, and you start to look a bit absurd. And finally, you'll need to use content from just 2 books, the Player's Handbook and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. No other books or modules are needed. With that settled, let's start to build. We'll start with your background. This ties into your character's backstory, your old occupation, or life experiences. It comes with 2 skill proficiencies. If your DM lets you use the custom background rule in the Player's Handbook, you can pick whatever skills you want. But for now, let's go with the Sage background, since your character is, after all, hoping to learn everything. Sage gives proficiency in Arcana and History. Next, let's pick your race. We're gonna go with the Variant Human. They get a free skill of their choice, so let's take Insight. The most important trait of Variant Human is the ability to take a free feat at level 1, way before any other race gets one. Here we take the Skilled feat, which gives us any 3 skills of our choice. Let's round out most of the Wisdom category and take Medicine, Perception, and Animal Handling. With that out of the way, a wise sage, having mastered the talents of their hometown, decides to travel the world and learn everything else. Well, we're gonna need some stats. Here are the requirements. You need at least a 13 in Dexterity, Wisdom, and Charisma. It can look like this with Standard Array, or like this with Point Buy. You can round out these stats with the double +1 ASI you get from Variant Human. And lastly, our first class level will be the Master of Skills, the Rogue. Right from the jump, the Rogue gets 4 skill proficiencies, 2 of which will be Expertise, making you almost doubly as effective when you use them. Let's spec into our physical talents here and take Athletics, Acrobatics, Sleight of Hand, and Stealth. Stealth is famously good as an expertise choice in and out of combat, and we can get expertise in Athletics if you ever get the urge to grapple. So here we are at level 1, and with our current build, we have 10 out of 18 proficiencies. You're already a real jack of most trades, with skills in both mind and might. Now, even though this is way more than most characters get in their whole careers, it's gonna take some real specific choices to get the missing 8. Specifically, we're gonna need some magic. Your second level will be a multi-class into Knowledge Cleric. A master of all skills devotes their time to a god of learning, whether it be Mystra, Ogma, or even Asmodeus. Through the Blessings of Knowledge feature at level 1, you gain 2 skill proficiencies between the 4 offered, with which you'll also gain Expertise. Since we've already got Arcana and History from the Sage background, let's take Nature and Religion. With your newly divined knowledge and a desire to learn all the mysteries of the world, we take our final multi-class into Bard. Multi-classing into Bard gets you a free skill proficiency, in which we'll take Investigation, to power your search for all knowledge. And pray tell which Bard seeks out the truth of the world, to hear its stories and deliver them forth. Of course, none other than the Bard College of Lore. 2 more levels into Bard gives you 2 more Expertise, and more importantly, 3 more skill proficiencies. With that, we'll pick up the last Wisdom skill, Survival, and 2 Charisma skills in Intimidation and Performance. Your character is now level 5, with 16 out of 18 proficiencies under their belt. With all this knowledge, what's left to do but to share it? your final level up for this build will be a 4th level in Bard. Instead of taking an ability score improvement, you'll take the feat Eldritch Adept, found in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. What dark magics will you accept? What else but the arcane arts of public speaking? Choosing Beguiling Influence as your invocation grants you proficiency in Persuasion and Deception, completing your checklist of 18 out of 18 as a supreme savant of all skills. And there you have it, 18 skills in 6 levels. From here, you can go full Bard or full Rogue, depending on if you want to be more weapon or magic focused. While this may be the only build to achieve 18 skills by level 6, there's a ton of variations available if you don't mind completing your checklist at level 7 or later. If you only want to use the player's handbook, for example, switch from Variant Human to Half Elf, gaining 2 skills of your choice, and take the skilled feat later instead of the Eldritch Adept feat from Tasha's. At level 7, you multiclass one more time into Ranger, gaining the 18th skill. What if you only want one multiclass? Well, you can combo Lore Bard with Scout Rogue, which at level 3 gives you expertise in nature and survival, getting you all 18 skills at level 7 as well. And what if you don't want to play as a human or half-elf? Well, there are plenty of races that give 2 proficiencies, and by picking up Skilled and Skill Expert at your feat levels, you can get all 18 by level 8. Now, is this build possible without multiclassing at all? Unfortunately not, but this is the closest we can get. You're going to want to pick a small race. Changeling, Dhampir, Hexblood, Kenku, Reborn, and Tabaxi all have small race options. These 6 give you 2 skill proficiencies. You get 2 from background, and you're going to pick Scout Rogue, which gives you 4 skills at level 1 and 2 more at level 3, making a total of 10 so far. At levels 4, 8, 10, and 12, you'll be picking up skill-giving feats. Skilled gives you 3 skills, Skill Expert gives you 1, Eldritch Adept gives you 2, and Squat Nimbleness, only available for short races, gives you 1 more in Athletics or Acrobatics. This brings you to a total of 17 out of 18 skills at level 12, and unfortunately there's no other feats you can take for more. As far as I know, this is the current upper limit of skills without multiclassing. Now, what you could do is sub out Scout Rogue for Phantom Rogue. This will knock your total skill count down from 17 to 16, but you'll get the Whispers from the Dead feature, which lets you change one of your skills to something else every long rest. This lets you cover for the 2 skills you're missing depending on the day and need. As for race, I'd recommend picking Kenku or Reborn. Kenku gives you advantage on a couple of skill checks a day, as long as you're proficient, which you are in basically everything. And Reborn gives you an extra 1d6 to spend on these skills when you need it. Are these builds optimal? Of course not. Are they fun? It might be. I'll leave it for you to decide. Hope you guys liked the video. Stick around for our sponsor, Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt. I'll be rolling that clip right now, so please enjoy and stay frosty. The sun smiles on Liarna, a city known for its kindness, charity, and progress towards our brilliant future. Cures its sick and ailing with the wonders of medicine. Our army, blessed be their souls, make sure our streets have never been safer, so please, come visit, brave adventurers, and discover your prosperity. Just don't look at the moon for too long, or it just might look back. Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt is a really impressive read. It's full of player-facing content, over 12 new races, 15 subclasses, over 20 custom spells for those subclasses, just as many unique weapons, and 50 monsters to fight in what looks to be a crazy setting. Shh! Speaking of crazy, they made a whole new madness system built from the ground up. If you're into grimdark, hell-raising, Soulsborne style horror, and 4 unique adventures, this looks like the book for you. Don't miss out.